Hey guys, it's Jen, and I'm here to review the CzechGP. It was bonkers, and I'm so excited because my original Flying Frenchman got a podium. Unexpected, craziness, madness, so excited to talk about it. Keep watching, and we'll discuss it all. First up, we had Moto3, and what a race. It was just a train of, what did they say, 20 riders within 3 seconds of each other, pretty much the whole race. We had a few heavy hitters actually crash out during the race. Suzuki and Joanna Masia were both boom out when they were up towards the front fighting. And then another thing that kind of broke my heart, Arenas pushed Tony the Tiger out wide when he was up there fighting for the podiums with about 2 laps to go. So that was a little heartbreaking. I was glad to see Tony was back up there fighting, but he just couldn't recover all those places that he lost when he got hit wide. But I have faith, you're gonna come back, Tony. Then we had the emotional first win for Foggia. I was really happy for him. I cried when he was up there on the podium. He had his little mask on there, like, you can take it off. And then you could just see all the emotion pouring out. I was just, anytime any of these guys have a win or a first podium, just any of it, it gives me goosebumps, it makes me tear up. I want them all to win. And seeing people like Arenas riding injured, so happy for him that he got a podium. Ayagura in third, so keeping his charge alive, and we'll just see what happens. The season seems pretty wide open, even though Arenas has a pretty good grip on the lead. Then we had Moto2, which Enea Bastianini had the lead the whole time, kind of like last time. And we had Sam Lowes in second and Joe Roberts, USA, in third. So once again, we had a week where the 1, 2, 3 stayed the same the entire time in Moto2, but a lot of excitement at the back, but really a pretty low-key race as far as I was concerned. Then the Parc Ferme interviews happened, and I was crying again. What's wrong with me? Just Joe talking about his family and all the sacrifices and how hard it's been, and he finally got his podium. Then we also had Sam Lowes, who talked about his struggles. We all know he had all those crashing years. They said he hadn't had a podium in 4 years. So, I mean, I've never been a fan just because I guess everyone was on the hate train for him, and I was just kind of like, whatever, I'm not going to be on the hate train, but I'm not a Sam Lowes fan, so seeing him get a podium after all that time, that also felt like redemption. He also got emotional talking about his struggles and the hard times, so good for him for getting that podium. And his teammate, Fernandez, my boy, finally got a good result up there in 5th, so happy Fernandez is back up there. I hope the team is just, I mean, that's an amazing team, so they're going to do great. I hope that this momentum keeps going and they can fight for the championship. Now we have MotoGP, and as you know, qualifying was freaking insane. I did not see that Zarco pole coming. I mean, I'm a fan. I did not see it coming at all. Last year on the KTM, I mean, I was kind of talking it up a little bit, like, hey, remember last year when he was on the KTM and he even, I mean, he got, I can't remember if he qualified 2nd or 3rd, but we were all like, oh my God, he can actually do something on the KTM. So that was kind of in my mind, and I was throwing that out a little bit. Like, remember the one small success he had on the KTM? But that was also tempered because I remembered how sad it was off the starting line last year on the KTM, where he qualified high and then was swallowed up immediately on the starting line. It was embarrassing and sad, so I was expecting another performance like that because he's still pretty new to this Ducati, and I don't know what he's gonna do on it. I want him to do well, of course, because I love Ducati, I love Zarco, and I am just as shocked as everyone else that he got a podium on a freaking Aventia Ducati. I know it's got another name. Oh, I should have written it down. Not sure what the new name is, but it was Aventia Ducati. On race day, we had Franco in the lead for a good while, maybe, I can't even remember, 7 or 8 laps. And then Bender was just making his way through the crowd. Another thing that added to the madness, we had Aleix Espargaro up there in the front on his freaking Aprilia. Like, what? What was even happening during that happened this weekend. But we saw the KTMs doing well, the Aprilia did well for a while, we saw Fabio sinking. The factory Ducatis were in the freaking bin. So was factory Yamaha in the bin. What's up? I don't even know what was happening. I'm still just worked up because what did I watch? It was amazing though. Brad Binder cutting through the pack. Pol Espargaro on the KTM. I don't even know what was happening. Zarco was up there. Could anyone tell me what happened? Why it was so crazy? But in the end, Binder made his way through the pack, got up to the lead. I was freaking out. He made it look easy, passing on the outside. That bike, what happened? It's incredible. I don't know if it's him or the bike or both. Whatever it is, keep it going. We also had, obviously, I gotta talk about it, that super controversial moment with Zarco and Pol colliding and then Pol going down. But, so at first, I really thought it was totally Zarco's fault. I was like, oh my God, Zarco hit Pol and crashed him out. And then on another view, like the front view replay, you could see that Pol just was crazy pulling back in. He had gone wide one corner and pulled back and almost hit Fabio. And then, I don't know if it was the next corner or a few corners later, that's when he went wide again and pulled back and hit Zarco. Kind of split down the middle. I wasn't mad that they gave Zarco the penalty lap because that was pretty much the most entertaining thing ever during the race, watching him own that penalty lap. So not mad about the penalty lap, but I know a lot of people were kind of sending me messages like, what did your boy do? And I'm like, I don't even know. I don't know who's at fault. It's just racing, right? I mean, it sucks that Pol went down. They were on their way to like a KTM 1-2 or KTM 1 and 3. But I mean, it's racing. This is what happens if you don't finish the race. It happens. I'm sorry. It sucks. My riders crash out too. Fabio basically sunk like a stone throughout the whole race. I mean, I was on edge because I just wanted Fabio to finish the race. Didn't want him to take any chances. I didn't want him to try to get a podium. Just stay on the bike. And he did that. He maintained his championship lead. And in the end, we had a freaking amazing podium. Oh my God. Brad Binder, Franco Morbidelli, and my boy, Zarco. What the hell? I would have never in a quadrillion years thought that that podium was possible. I mean, who even? I did predict that Franco would get a podium this weekend. I wasn't sure where he'd be, but really happy he finally got a podium on the Petronas Yamaha. And Brad Binder, once again, with a win. There I am bawling, freaking bawling at 7:45 in the morning. The national anthem. I mean, it's a historic moment for the world, but it's also a historical moment for Africa, South Africa, Brad Binder. It was personal for so many people, so just so happy about that. I don't know what, I cried during every single race this weekend. What's wrong with me? They were all great races, and in the end, that Zarco long lap penalty, that was the boss. Real crazy. And what a great weekend. I'm super excited about Austria's Red Bull Ring. 2 in a row coming up. 3 weekends of racing. What more could you ask for? So thank you all for watching. I'm glad my Zarco shirt didn't have too much dust and dog hair on it, but what a weekend. So happy, and I hope you all are doing well. See you next week. Take care.